Hello, and welcome back to Fractured. My name is Otter, and this is episode 21. And I did record an intro, but Windows had updated, and I guess I forgot that it updated, and for some reason every time Windows updates, OBS loses track of my microphone, so I don't have any audio from that intro. There's another 20 clips that also have no audio. I am a professional, and it is raining. What the heck? As I zoom in, it starts raining. The server says that zooming in is sad. This is now a very sad, dramatic scene. I am weeping or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, let's jump back in time a bit, and then I'll meet you back here. Sayo and I were having a conversation while we were both building, and I mentioned that I didn't think I had any roofs on this island. So she came over and inspected and found a roof and labeled it, which is very helpful. So now I will know where it is, or at least I will know what it is. Well, there's a little more stone placed. I mean, nothing crazy. Only 4 shulkers in the last hour. I guess an hour and a half. It's a lot of stone. So basically, right about where I'm standing there is the line of where it ended before. All of this got built tonight. That's a lot of island to build. And it all still needs dirt. So I'm not done. I guess I was feeling productive tonight because I just continued on and got this whole top section. There's still all of this that I still need to get dirt on, but the rest of it can wait for another night because it's past my bedtime. And I want to go to bed. And now we're into the scenes where I didn't have any microphone audio, which is unfortunate because this is where I did the intro and the whole explanation of what it was I was going to be doing. So I'm starting off by clearing out everything on the top of this hill. And then here in this clip, I'm showing you that I have finished clearing off that hill. I also cleared out the farm that was underneath it and set all of the sheep free. So I was pretty tired that night and didn't really know what to do with myself and just didn't feel like doing anything that involved a lot of thought. So I decided to just harvest some trees. And I figured since I was harvesting some birch trees, I might as well put some flowers beside them and see if I could maybe get some bees' nests too.
Good, Otter, good.
Along the way, I was talking with Cloud, and we both ended up realizing that we kind of wanted some honey. So we made a deal that I would harvest a bunch of bees' nests and supply him with them, and he would build a farm, and then he would give me a few stacks of honey. So that's what we did. So all of the recordings where I actually explained what's going on here were affected by the issue with the mic audio not being recorded. So while we watch past me building this little platform here, I just figured I would explain what's going on, which is this is going to be a temple. And it's a temple that has been around for a very long time, hundreds of years, maybe over a millennium. It is not abandoned, but it's also not seeing regular active use. And in my mind, the temple was here first, and now it's all about the amphitheater, but they do at least maintain the tradition that whoever's opening the games comes to the temple, makes an offering, and then they go to the amphitheater and they do their thing. I do go through a couple names for it, so you'll probably hear me refer to it as the Temple of the Rising Sun. The only issue with calling it the Temple of the Rising Sun is that then it sounds like it's supposed to be a gambling establishment in New Orleans, which it is not. So I thought I would maybe change the name slightly to not have that association. It is going to be called the Temple of the Dawn. Another thing that happened between videos is I spent a fair bit of time helping out with SMP Showdown. There were some first day hiccups. It happens. And kudos to the people organizing it and the people who built everything. I think they deserve a lot of praise and thanks for the hard work they put in. I came in kind of at the last minute and just helped add some details, which I couldn't really record and show because it gives away secrets in some of the maps. I did stream from the event. We lost, by the way. I am terrible at every skill involved in an event like this. none of these things are in my skill set. But we just went to have fun. That was the whole goal. We didn't expect to win anything. We expected to have fun. And we went, we had fun. It was a good time. So by the criteria of, why we were participating, it was a resounding success on our part. But it did eat up a lot of time that I wasn't making a video. So sorry about that. I did live stream it and I tried recording some of it. My computer is really beefy, but that was too much and it just barfed. So basically, there's no footage from it, and I'm sorry. I would love to have shown some of the footage because it was hilarious. So when we come back to sort of normal footage, where I finally have the mic audio sorted out, we're going to be about a week and a half after this platform was built. Most of that time was not on Fractured, unfortunately. Like I said, I was busy helping with SMP Showdown. Let's get back into a regular video instead of this nonsense. I am a professional. Okay, and now that that's done, I want to finish off this path and then do some terraforming. I want this to look a little bit like it was carved into the hillside here, because in other places it's going to end up kind of sitting a bit proud of the hillside. Like they built on top of it, and in other places they kind of carved into it just to give a nice even path. I really like the look of the sort of step thing. I feel like we can do something kind of significant with it. I don't know what yet though, so we're gonna have to try to figure that out. What I need to do is figure out what the original story was when this was built. Why did the builders build it this way? So, I don't need to make anything up. I just need to know what they said. Yep, that's it. Just figure out what they said. There were definitely people who built this, and it definitely has meaning. All right, fine. Let's just go back to actually doing work. Okay, I just added this path, and I don't like it. I think it needs a little bit more of a curve. So this isn't exactly a huge change, but it works a lot better for me. Before it looked like it was drawn by a ruler, and now this looks somewhat more organic. We'll probably want to have something here to explain why people built the path kind of slightly curved, but that's a thing we can figure out later. I don't want to replace all the paths along here. I think they're all fine to be dirt, but I think we need something to mark the beginning of this. And there's a couple directions we can go. We could use like some sort of landing here, but I think instead what I'm going to do is build like some pillars here and use that as sort of like the gates to whatever. Yeah, something like this. And I think this means that the grass should come out. I think that's going to work. Yeah, I need to bring this over. Just basically one block. Kind of this entire section, just move over one block and it will be good. I realize there is something that I should be putting on those pillars. Okay, I like having the campfires on top of the pillars, but I think it needs something else. Like right now, it just kind of looks random. You know what? I bet having a few more of these pillars periodically is going to make this work. So let's try. All right, is that a little excessive? Yes. Yes, it is. But I think I like it. And another quick test. This definitely works better. At least for me. This is making me happy. I know it's not going to be everybody's taste. There's going to be a lot of people who look at this and just go, ooh, yeah, why did you do that? And those people are welcome to build their own island with their own abandoned temple. I'm building mine. Okay, I've had a thought. I'm going to save pretty much the entire rest of the path and most of the terraforming around here for another video. And there's a couple reasons for that, but mostly it boils down to the fact that I am very much not a full-time YouTuber. So I can't do a FWIP scale project. Like, I can, but I think you guys want a video sometime in the next 6 months. So, yeah, I'm gonna sort of pick my battles. I've been thinking ahead to what the thumbnail will look like, because the reality is the thumbnail is the view that I am targeting. Like, the whole point of this build is that you look over and you see something very cool over there and you want to go check it out. And this is, I can't bring all of this down more. It doesn't make sense, but it's not tall enough to be interesting. So I think it needs to be a couple blocks taller, you know, to really get that scale. Like, I think it just needs to be there. I finished raising this, and yeah, raising it by 2 blocks was definitely the right move. I do need to do something about the cliff here. I think I'm just going to kind of build it out later. I don't know if that's going to be part of this video or if it's going to be another thing I do in the background. It just kind of depends on how much time I have left and whether I need this done for, you know, the thumbnail. So I just used the same basic pillar design as I have down below. But I made a fairly obvious mistake. If I'm calling this the Temple of the Rising Sun, I probably shouldn't be blocking sort of the direct view to the rising sun. So this pillar needs to go. Right. There is the altar for the Temple of the Rising Sun. I ended up going into creative and just messing around a bit with some ideas. Yes, that's an ancient debris sitting in the middle of an offering bowl. I think I might bring these pillars up 1 block higher, but I'm not sure yet. I am feeling really indecisive, so that's part of why this build is taking so long. I've been adding some detail to the base of the temple, and I still need to do sort of the main surface. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But I realized there's something else that I should be doing. It's very important. Cloud is online, but not really online, just AFK. We need to go annoy Cloud. Well, so much for that plan. As I was getting ready to get started, Cloud actually came back online for real. So yeah, I will annoy him later. I have spent the last little while texturing this. Hopefully it is now going to look a little bit more like what it's supposed to, which is kind of a crumbling old temple. The middle section is still intact. You know, the altar is still intact as well, but everything else is, you know, really starting to show its age. And I think I'm just going to call this one here, because this is, honestly, this is all we need at this point. Cloud has gone AFK again, and he said he was off for the night. So now it's time for shenanigans. Let's see how quick we can build this. Oh, that double jump is going to make life harder. Kind of the opposite of what it's supposed to do, but oh well. Yep, that should be entertaining. So we had the server automatic restart, and it never gives us warning, so I always forget that it's going to happen. But anyways, I was standing right about here before the restart happened. So yeah, that's going to be nice and visible as soon as he turns and looks. Anyway, I think I'm going to shave this down a bit more. And probably also blend this out a little bit more. But I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. This is definitely giving more of the effect that I was hoping to achieve. It's the next day, and I really should just be wrapping up this video because it's been a long time since I posted a video. And I'm gonna do that. But first, look, we've been very productive. We've gotten a lot done, and a bunch of stuff extra behind the scenes that you haven't seen yet. Like draining out all of this water for our eventual train station, plus helping Cloud build up a honey farm, and just lots of little things that have taken work, and I've done a lot. It's been very productive. And things on the server have been far too normal. I don't know how else to say it. There's been like no shenanigans basically at all. It's very disappointing. So we need to instigate some sort of shenanigan. All right, there we go. It's a very silly little figure. And there's just a couple empty shulker boxes, some emeralds, because I had some emeralds on me. It seemed reasonable. And then the dirt and grass that I had mined out. Now, who else needs a visit? Ooh, I know a good one. Ron's computer has been giving her problems, and it should be fixed very soon. I think that was me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me. But we are also gonna leave this here. I have all this gear that I made. I don't know what gear Dawn actually had, so just to make sure that it's going to be relatively easy for her to just launch right into things once she gets her computer fixed, we're leaving this present, which I guess isn't really a prank. I don't know. I'm not really actually very good at pranking. I am good at silliness. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah? You're doing great there. Got great aim. Keep it up. I'm sure you'll get me eventually. Alright, we have another one. This time just with basically 3 shulker boxes. And some armor stands. Because I had them. Hi, little dude.
Hello.
Hello. The time has come for shenanigans. So I need to stop at Saf's base and at Seo's base because I can give them more of a gift.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think we need to go visit Ghost's Island.
Ooh. I'm definitely down for pranking Ghost.
Excellent.
What do you have in mind?
Well, come with me and I'll show you what I've done so far.
All right, let me unload mine.
Or, you know, what has been done so far. Not saying that I'm the one who did it.
Of course not. What is this?
This is me being silly.
Okay. Did she need shulkers or something?
Probably. Everybody needs
Oh, okay.
shulkers.
Well, that's true.
I figure if I'm leaving silly things at people's bases, I should at least leave them something silly but nice to make up for it. That's a few.
Just a few. I mean, I've only got a lot.
True. So the next, I think, would be Saf.
Okay.
I'm planning on just leaving some more shulker shells.
Put the ender chest down.
All right.
Okay. It's done.
All right, next up would be Dawn. Hey guys. Don't mind me, just making another delivery. I don't think Dawn has a ton of equipment, so I figured when she does manage to get her computer fixed and get back on, now she'll be able to just go for it.
And I also gave her a bunch of stuff because I had her for Christmas.
Yeah.
All right.
And I just remembered I need to grab some of these. Dawn needs extra golden fishy crackers. All right, now let's go to Ghost Island and do something. I'm thinking we could just do another one of the same figures, like the same faces.
That'd be okay.
I don't know if he's planning on digging all this out.
Yeah, I think I can't. Although it would be funny to replace all these diamonds. You know what I mean?
You know, it'd be really hilarious if we had enough copper. Replace it with oxidized copper.
I might. And so it works with either regular copper or cut copper.
What?
The beacon?
Oh, beacon doesn't work with copper at all.
Oh. I thought it did.
No.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah, exactly.
A good thing or a bad thing?
I guess it depends on your perspective.
Sure.
I just, made sure that somebody's keeping an eye on things.
Oh, I gotta.
Yeah. 2 eyes, actually. Okay, just so people don't think I'm actually evil. Here's Ghost's diamonds. Beacon. It's definitely all diamonds. Did not have 83 blocks of iron in the middle of it.
Done.
Alrighty. Excellent.
I know it's silly.
It's very silly. Oh, I know what we need.
Oh, uh-oh.
It's just a very silly thing, but...
Totally not diamond. Or totally not iron. That's what I meant. Yeah, you gotta hold that up.
Exactly. Structural support.
Absolutely.
Has nothing to do with the fact that it got damaged in that one operation, and I don't want it cluttering up my inventory.
Can't be bothered.
No, that's definitely not what's happening there.
No, gotta hold the rock.
Exactly. I think that's going to do it for this one. We have made significant progress. I mean, we've got the temple built and the path sort of roughed in. The detailing for it is actually going to be fairly simple. I'm not in the mood. So I'm doing other things. If you have any ideas on things that we can do sort of on the landings down there, and maybe another 1 or 2 kind of up here, I would love to hear them. Please do send them to me. And I don't say this very often, but, if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and, maybe subscribe and all the usual things I'm supposed to be doing as a YouTube person. Until next time, remember to look after yourself. And don't forget, petting a kitty is great stress relief. For you and the kitty, if they like being pet, obviously. If it's a kitty who doesn't like being pet, don't pet it. Just respect their wishes. It's pretty easy. That's it for now. Bye!